Why, hello there, welcome back my fellow pixelators, what's going on? So about Lucky HD here, and today we're learning another Minecraft pixel tutorial build, and as you can see today we're going to be continuing Naruto vs Sasuke, and today we should be completing most of the entire outline. If anything, we might be completing the entire outline. I don't know if we'll be completing the eye, but we shall see. There's not actually a lot to do because we're not doing the shading, we are only doing the outline, so we'll see how much we're going to get done today, but we might be completing everything. But we are going to need 2 more blocks for today, including our black concrete and our gold block. We're going to need another 2 blocks. And today we're going to be needing our grey concrete, just find that somewhere, which is right here, there we go. And we're also going to be needing our black concrete powder. So make sure you grab that as well. And these 2 blocks of the hair. So as you can see, we're going to be doing the very top line today and going down to here. So without further ado, let's get straight into the tutorial. One thing I've got to say quickly though, is you can go and hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe as well if you haven't already, because that'd be much appreciated. And generally, now with those notes being said, let's actually get on to the build. So we are going to be moving to this one sticking up right here. As you can see, right by the nose, we're going to be completing the rest of the hair on that one sticking up here. So let's fly in towards this one sticking up here. Once again, I am going to place a gold block, just in case anyone didn't get where we're going off. We are going to be going off that area right there. So I'll zoom out so you can see the area. And there we go. So I'm going to fly back in. And there we go. Right, and once you have flown back to this one sticking up here, and you're ready to go, with our black concrete, we're going to place 10 going up from this one sticking up. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Once we've done 10 going up here, we're going to do an upright diagonal from here. And from this upright diagonal, we're going to place 7 on top of this upright diagonal. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Once we've done the 7 going up, do another upright diagonal. And from this upright diagonal, we're going to place 8 going up from here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And do an upright diagonal from here. And from this upright diagonal, we're going to go up by 13. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And do another upright diagonal from here. And from this upright diagonal here, we're going to go up by 29 from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. And once we've done 29 from here, we're going to place 1 black concrete going to the right, and we can also take out our gold block, and if we want, we can go all the way to the left here, from this 29 that we just went up by. And as you can see, this 29 we just went up by, if we go all the way to the left with our gold block, we should connect to the bottom of this 3 black concrete here. That just means that we did 29 correctly, and not just that, it means we're doing everything else correctly down here as well. Because you could have went up by 29 correctly, but you might have gone wrong somewhere else down there. But because we have connected to here, that does mean that we have done everything correctly so far in the build. So we can destroy these gold blocks. Just like so. There we go. Once we have destroyed these gold blocks, we're going to continue from the 29 that we just went up. So we're going to go back up on this left side here. And from this left side here, we're going to go up by another 12 from here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And once we've done this 12 going up, we're going to zoom out quickly, and that little area there is done. And we're going to move back to the one that we did place sticking out to the right over here. So, flying towards this one sticking out to the right here. And once we've flown to this one sticking out to the right here, we're going to do a bottom right diagonal from here. From this bottom right diagonal, place 2 underneath, so 1 and 2. Then do another bottom right diagonal. And from this bottom right diagonal, place 2 underneath, so 1 and 2. There we go. Do another bottom right diagonal from here. From this bottom right diagonal, place 1 underneath, just like so. And then we're going to do 2 bottom right diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. From the second one, we're going to place 3 going underneath, just like so. So 1, 2, and 3. We're then going to do another bottom right diagonal from here. And from this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place 2 going underneath. So 1 and 2. We're then going to do another bottom right diagonal from here. And from this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place 1 underneath, just like so. We're then going to do another bottom right diagonal from here. And from this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place 2 going underneath. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to repeat this 3 here 2 more times in a bottom right diagonal direction. To do a bottom right diagonal and place 2 underneath. That's 1. Another bottom right diagonal and another 2 underneath. And there we go, that's 2. As you can see, that should be 3 of those 3s in total in a bottom right diagonal direction. So 1, 2, and 3. As you can see, we've got 3 of them. So fly back down to the bottom of the 3 right here. Once we've flown back down to the bottom of here, do another bottom right diagonal from here. From this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place 4 going underneath. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're then going to do another bottom right diagonal from here. From this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place 2 underneath, so 1 and 2. And then do another bottom right diagonal from here. And from this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place another 2 going underneath, so 1 and 2. We're then going to do a bottom right diagonal from here again. And from this bottom right diagonal, place 3 underneath this time, so 1, 2, and 3. Then do another bottom right diagonal. From this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place 1 underneath. We're then going to place 1 to the right. And then from this one that we placed to the right, we're going to place 6 going underneath from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then from the 6 that we just went underneath by, we're going to fly all the way up to the top. So we're back to this one basically that we placed to the right here and that we just went underneath 6 by. And once we've flown to this one here, we're going to place 1 on top for now. And as you see, this one on top just back in line with here. We're still going to go up by this right one here though. And we're going to go up by another 8 from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're then going to do an up left diagonal from here. And from this up left diagonal, we're going to go up by 9 from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And do another up left diagonal, just like so. And this time, we're going to go up by 4 from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And do another up left diagonal. And we're going to go up by 7 from this up left diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we're going to do another up left diagonal. And this time we're going to go up by 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're just going to zoom out a bit quickly. And as you can see, this 5 in total that we just did, so this up left diagonal and the 4 going up, we're going to repeat this 5 in total 3 more times in a up left diagonal direction. So, do an up left diagonal and place 4 on top. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 1. Do another up left diagonal, another 4 on top. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 2. Another up left diagonal and another 4 on top. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that should be 3 right there. And overall, that should be 4 of those 5s in total right there. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And as you can see, we've got 4 in total. And once we have got 4 of those in total, we are going to do an up left diagonal from here. From this up left diagonal, we're going to place 2 on top. So 1 and 2. We're then going to do another up left diagonal. And from this up left diagonal, we're going to place 3 on top. So 1, 2, and 3. Then do another up left diagonal from here. And from this up left diagonal, place 2 on top. So 1 and 2. Then do another up left diagonal. And this time from this up left diagonal, we're going to place 3 on top. So 1, 2, and 3. We're then going to do another up left diagonal. And from this up left diagonal, place 2 on top. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to repeat this through here 4 more times in a up left diagonal direction. So do an up left diagonal and place 2 on top. 1, 2. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And that is 4. And that should be 5 of those 3s in total right there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. As you can see, we have 5 in total. So fly back up to the end one right here. And do another up left diagonal from here. From this up left diagonal, we're going to place 4 on top. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're then going to do 2 up left diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. From the second one, place 1 on top, just like so. And then finally but not least, do another up left diagonal, and this time place 2 going on top. So 1 and 2. Right, and there we go. As you see, this 2 that we just placed on top here, this 3 is the final piece on the very last edge of Sasuke. Now, there's one more thing we have to do, is we have to cap off the top and the sides, which we're going to be using grey concrete. But because there's so much to count, we're just going to go all the way to the left. But we're not going to do that yet, because we want to do the black concrete powder on the left-hand side first. But before we do that, there's one thing I need to explain, and that is to make sure, basically, that we're not just blind going across, and we know that we're at least in line and gone all the way correctly up here. And on top of this 3, this should be 224, this block. And if we stand on top of it, it should say 225. As you can see, it says 225. What does that mean? That means basically that we have done everything correctly going up to the top of here. Because this block is 224, and the dimension of our build is 220 in height. And because, as you know, on super flat, you start on 4 and not on 0, that means if you take away 4 from 224, that means that we have got 220. Quite simple maths. And what does that mean? Well, that just means we've done this correctly. Again, it should say 225 on top of here, because obviously this 225 is not counting this block. It's basically counting the block where my feet are at. So where my feet are at, that's 225, and the block underneath me is 224. With those notes being said, we're going to move on to the left-hand side. And if you're not doing this on super flat, for the dimensions, I'm not so sure of the dimensions. You just have to go to the floor, and you would have to count 220 going up in your coordinates if you got it on. And basically, you would have to like subtract that number or something like that from whatever your number is. Like what I've done, basically. But I'm sure most of you are doing it on super flat, or if anything, all of you are doing it on super flat. But you never know what people do on. But that's what I do all mine on. And it's a lot easier to do on there. But again, moving on with the build, once you have flown to this left-hand side, and when I mean by left-hand side, I mean the very left-hand side, in line with this blue concrete line that we did at the very start of the tutorial. So we want to be over here. And we're going to be going on top of this black concrete with our black concrete powder. And with our black concrete powder, go up by 53 from here, which again is still a big number, but it's a lot smaller compared to going all the way to the left and all the way up. So from here we're going to count 53 going up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, and 53. And there we go, that should be 53 with our black concrete powder going up there. And a quick way to make sure if we have gone up here with 53 correctly, again, we're going to take out our gold block, we're just going to go all the way to the right, and we should connect to the middle of a 3 going to the right. So if we just go all the way over, it's quite a lot to go over. And there we go. As you can see, we connect to the middle of this 3, just like I said. And underneath this 3 black concrete going up, you can see there's a 4 bottom left diagonal like concrete going down like so. And there's also a 4 going up. And it should connect to the middle of the 3 in between those 2 areas basically. And if your gold block does connect to the middle of this 3 just like so, that means that we have done everything going correctly up there. So, destroy those gold blocks. And now on to a lot of placing. So from here, we're not going to count. We're just going to go with that grey concrete until you feel like it's about a rough, nice amount. So we don't want to go too high. But if you can remember what you should be on 225 actually going up here. So we don't even need to go a rough amount. We do have an exact amount to go up. So you want to stand on top of it and make sure it says 225 when you stand it on top. And... right, that might be one too high. That's correct. There we go. So that, as you can see, that says 225 when I'm standing on top of it. So that should mean if I go all the way to right, I should connect all the way to the black concrete of the end top 3. So now we're going to go to the right by a lot of blocks. And how about I could place straight right now? There we go. But as you can see, it's a lot better going this way than counting, because I don't even know how much we're counting. I think it's around 200 we would be counted, which is, yeah, it's just too much. And there you go. Look at that. As you can see, we connect. And what does that mean? Well, that means we've done everything correctly there. Now we'll have a full zoom out. So I think I'm going to do the eye today, because I don't want to leave into another part, because then it would be too short. So we're going to do it all and complete the last part today as well. There we go. That is everything so far today, though. And as you see, it's looking pretty nice. And it does look slightly weirder compared to more builds, because usually when we cap off, it actually looks pretty decent. But this one still looks decent. I guess it just looks like a square right now, so somewhat weird. But yes, with that not being said, once we've had a nice little zoom out, had a nice little look at it, we're going to be moving on to the eye and where to move to first. And to start us off first, we want to start on this big strip here in the eye area, and we're going to be going to the second one going to the right. So we don't want to go to this bottom one here. That area is done right there, that first bottom one that's sticking out to the right. We want to go to the second one right here in that 2x2 chunky square. So I'm going to place a gold block on here just so you can see where we're going off. We are going to be going off that area right there, as you can see. So I'm going to fly back in. Whoops, didn't mean to destroy that one. Once you are at this area though, and you're at this one sticking out to the right, we're going to place 2 black concrete going out to the right from here. So 1 and 2. We're going to do an upright diagonal from here. From this upright diagonal, we're going to place 11 going to the right from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. And then we're going to do a bottom right diagonal from here. And as you can see, this bottom right diagonal just connects in a bottom right diagonal direction to this one sticking out to the left here. And then once we've done this, we want to still stick on this right hand side here. And from this one that was sticking out to the left that we just connected to, if we go to the right on this big line here, we want to fly all the way to the top of this line. So in the left corner of this 2x2 chunky little square here, you can see, we just want to do it up left diagonal from here. And from this up left diagonal, we're just going to place all the way to the left, and we should connect to that black concrete sticking out to the right on the other side. There we go. As you can see, we connected just like so. Now for the filling in, which I don't explain the filling in usually now, but this little part here is the eyebrow, and we are just going to fill that all in with black concrete. And are we going to do it now? We might as well do it now as well, because it is going to make things easier. We're not explaining the inside of the eye or anything like that. We're just basically doing all the black concrete, so fill that in. One little thing as well, this gap here as well that you can see, so not the hair strip, this gap that I left here, this is also filled in with black concrete as well, so it is connected to that part there. And there we go, let's just fill that in there. Alright, and there we go, that little part is also filled in now as well. And the next line we're going to be going to, we're going to go and stick on the right hand side now. And this one's sticking out to the left here, so not the second one, the first one right here. We're going to go to the left, and we should be connecting up to that one there. So, fly over to the one that's sticking out to the left here. Once we've flown to this one sticking out to the left right here, we're going to place another 4 going to the left from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We then want to do an up left diagonal from here, just like so. And then we want to place 10 going to the left from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. As you can see, that 10 we just placed to the left connects to that one sticking out to the right, just like so. And is there anything filled in this gap here? No, there's not. Well, there is the face, but it's not black concrete. That line is just left like that, basically. And then we're going to be moving on to the next area. So we're going to move to this one, sticking out to the left here, right here. So, fly over to the one that's sticking out to the left here. Once we've flown to this one sticking out to the left right here, we're going to do 5 up left diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. From this 5th one, we're going to place 1 going to the left, just like so. We're then going to do 2 up left diagonals from here, so 1 and 2. From this 2nd one, place 1 to the left, just like so. And then do another up left diagonal from here. And from this up left diagonal, we're going to place 2 to the left, so 1 and 2. And then do another up left diagonal. And as you can see, this up left diagonal connects to this one sticking out to the right on this left hand side here. Now, there's a little bit more we got to do. We've got to shape this in with our black concrete, so we've got to do a bit more filling. So we're going to start from this left hand side that we just connected back to. From this one sticking out to the right, fly to the right of it by 1. So basically to this one that we just placed connected to here. And we want to place 1 underneath here, just like so. And from this one that we just placed underneath, we then want to fly all the way to the right on this sector here. Once we've flown all the way to the right here, we're going to place 1 underneath here. We then want to place 1 to the left, just like so. Once we've placed this 1 to the left, we're going to do a bottom right diagonal from here, just like so. And from this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place 1 going to the right, just like so. We then want to do 2 bottom right diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. From the 2nd one, we want to place 1 going to the right, just like so. We then want to do 6 bottom right diagonals from here. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, and 6. And as you can see, this 6th bottom right diagonal should just connect in the very corner of this line, other line that we did previously, just like so. So I'll zoom out so you can see. The reason why I explained it like that, it's a lot harder explaining going to the right, then fly underneath, and then left, and then go back to there. That's why I explain it that way, it's a lot easier. And once we have done that though, we are going to fill in all those little single gaps you can see with our black concrete. So let's fill these in. And as you can see, that just made the things a lot quicker to explain, a lot easier to explain. But we're still not quite done yet. There's still quite a bit more to do. Not too much, but there is quite a bit. And I think we're going to complete the rest of the eyebrow. So, completing the rest of the eyebrow, we want to fly to the right of this little sector here we did. To these 2 sticking out to the right here. And we want to go off the bottom one first. So this one sticking out to the right here. We want to fly in towards here. Once we have flown in towards here, we want to do 3 bottom right diagonals from here. So 1 and 2 and 3. From this 3rd one, place 1 underneath just like so. And then we're going to place 1 to the right. We're then going to place 2 underneath, 1 and 2. Once you've done this, we're going to do a bottom right diagonal from here. From this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place 1 to the right. We're then going to place 1 on top, then 2 to the right, so 1 and 2. And then do 1 up right diagonal from here. And there we go. As you can see, this 1 up right diagonal just connects to this up right diagonal right here. Once we have done that, we're going to fly up by 3. So we're up to this one that's sticking out to the left here. And once we've flown to this one sticking out to the left here, we're going to place 2 going to the left. So 1 and 2. We're then going to place 1 underneath from here, fly up by 1, and we're going to place 1 to the left, then fly back to the one that we placed underneath. And once we've flown back to the one underneath, do 2 bottom left diagonals. So 1 and 2. From the 2nd one, place 1 to the left, just like so. As you can see, this 1 to the left just connects to this one that we just did here, going down, just like so. Once we have done that, we're going to fly back up to the one that we placed to the left earlier on, right here. So, fly back to here. Once we've flown back to here, place another 2 going to the left. So 1 and 2. Once you've done that, do 2 up left diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. From this second up left diagonal, place 1 going to the left, just like so. And from this one that we just placed to the left, we're going to do 2 up left diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. And as you can see, this second one connects to this one sticking out to the right, right here. And now we're going to zoom out. So, for the shading, we're going to shade this little sector in here with black concrete. And this other smaller sector here, we're going to leave that because that is part of the face. So leave that sector there. And then, fill in this sector here. So let's fill this in. There we go, fill that in now. Again, make sure we don't go over limits. I mean by going over to the next sector here. And there we go, that's what that area should look like right there. There we go, once we've done all this shading right here, we're going to fly over to the next part and we're going to complete the eyeball. So we're not doing the inside, we are just going to be doing the black concrete for now. And we want to fly to this eyelid part, so this thick part here. And we want to fly to this kind of up left diagonal directions. And we want to fly to the very top one here in this corner. So I'll place a gold block. We are going to be going off that one right there. As you can see, right there. So, once... Oh, didn't mean to break that. Right, once we are over to here, we want to place 3 gold blocks going underneath from here. So, 1, 2, and 3. We don't want to take out our black concrete and place 1 underneath here, just like so. Right then, and from this one that we place underneath, we're going to do a bottom right diagonal from here. Once you've done this bottom right diagonal, do another bottom right diagonal from here. From this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place 1 underneath, just like so. Then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal from here. From this bottom right diagonal, place 2 underneath, so 1 and 2. And then do another bottom right diagonal from here. From this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place 11 going underneath, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. We're then going to do a bottom left diagonal from here. From this bottom left diagonal, we're going to do 2 up left diagonals. So 1 and 2. From the second one, place 1 on top, just like so. Then do an up left diagonal from here. And from this up left diagonal, place 4 on top. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then do an up left diagonal from here. And from this up left diagonal, place 9 going up. So 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. As you can see, this 9th one just connects in the upright diagonal direction to this first black concrete that we placed underneath these 3 gold blocks. And now we just destroy these. There we go, there is the eye done. As I said before, we're not filling in the eye because the inside of the eye, like where the other black parts are, that is black wool, not black concrete. That's why I didn't shade those in. And we're not doing, obviously, the red, terracotta and red concrete yet either. So we'll leave that for now. And now there is one more little area we got to do, and we're going to do the underneath bit of the eye. So, from this eyeball, as you can see, the very bottom one sticking underneath here. So that bottom left diagonal that we did, right here, we want to fly to this point here. Once we've flown to this point here, we want to take out our gold block, and with our gold block, we're going to place 4 going underneath from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We then want to take out our black concrete and place 1 underneath, just like so. We're then going to go to the right first, so we want to place 3 going to the right from here. So 1, 2, and 3. We then want to take out our gold block, place 1 underneath from here, and then take out our black concrete, place 1 underneath just like so. We're then going to place 2 black concrete to the left, so 1, 2. We're then going to fly into the right, so as you can see, we're back to the right of this 3 here, where we just placed 1 underneath the gold block. We want to take out our gold block, we want to place 1 to the right of the black concrete, just like so. Then take out our black concrete and place 1 to the right, just like so. There we go. Once we've done that, we want to fly back up to this line here of 4 going along it so far right now, of the black concrete. And we want to fly to the very left of it, So the first one that we place underneath these 4 gold blocks here. So we're going to place 2 black concrete to the left of here. So 1 and 2. And that should be a line of 6 black concrete in total right there. So 1 underneath the gold block, 3 to the right, and 2 to the left, just like so. Once we have done this, do a bottom left diagonal from this 2 sticking out to the left. And there we go. Once we've done this, we're going to place 6 going to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then once we've done this, we're going to do 5 uplift diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. From this 5th one, we're going to place 1 on top. We're then going to fly down by 1. So to the underneath of this 2 here, and we're going to do a bottom left diagonal from here. From this bottom left diagonal, we're going to do 6 bottom right diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. From the 6th one, we're going to place 1 to the right. And there's one more little thing we've got to do. Fly to the left of this 2 right here, so back to here. Once we've flown to the left of this 2 by 1, take out our gold block, place 1 to the left, just like so. And take out our black concrete and place 1 to the left of the gold block. And then we're going to do 3 up left diagonals from here. So 1, 2, and 3. And there we go. Once we have done all of this, we're going to destroy all these gold blocks. And there we go. That should be everything so far. And that should be the entire outline done. If there is anything I missed, I will say when we get to it. And obviously, we're not completely finished yet. We still got shading to do. But that should be everything done so far. And there we go. Just wait till that black concrete powder goes. There we go. And I must say, it's looking very nice already. And now, as I said, all we got to do now is the shading for this build. And then the final result of this build will be complete. But again, we're not going to move on to the shading yet. Because we want to move on to Naruto first. And complete the Naruto outline. Because I just feel like it won't be complete unless we complete the entire outline. And then do the shading. Because that's how I like to do things. I like to complete the outline. And then do the shading, because I've always think it looks nice seeing just that black concrete outline, and then just seeing how the build transforms from there. So, we're going to do the black concrete outline for Naruto next, and then we're going to do the shading for Sasuke and Naruto. I don't know which one I'm doing first, I don't think it really matters, but yeah, we'll be doing that right after. So without further ado, that's the end of today's video. If you did enjoy this video and you haven't hit that like button already, go and hit it. And if you haven't subscribed already, go and hit it as well, because it does help the channel a lot, and it is much appreciated. And without further ado, peace out, enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.